So this is Fantasy Rap League. This is the one-stop shop drop top where we don't flop. So this is where we compare your favorite artist or our favorite artist or whatever in a 28 single elimination tournament. You know, we used to do this shit, you know, in a small little room, but now since everyone's dying, we are forced to do this from the comfort of our own homes. But, you know, it's nice that way. You know, at least no one here is sick, except for Border Rye over there in the corner.
At least I don't have to smell you.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah. Anyway, so today's first episode, we are going to be comparing two of rap's greatest artists. On one side, we have Eminem, the greatest rapper of all time, in my opinion, but I'm going to be completely unbiased for this episode, so we're going to try to keep it fair. And on the other side, we have Lil Wayne, who's okay, and, you know, he's done stuff too.
Woo!
Yeah, so, all right, let's
that
get it.
Sounded completely biased.
It
Very did.
No,
you just disrespected Wayne. Like, you know, Lil Wayne, you know, he done stuff. You know, he's done a lot.
You know, he's done stuff. You know, like he made that song and that album that was like so fire. And
that album, y'all already know Lil Wayne. This Lil Wayne Eminem is a very good battle because they both are good at two different things. Now these are two heavy hitters. We're starting out with two heavy hitters here.
True enough. Out the gate. You know, I mean, in my opinion, honestly, you know, like seriously though, like unbiasedly though, I do like Lil Wayne. It's just that, in my opinion, you know, Eminem's music just resonates with me a lot better. So that's why I can always vibe with Eminem shit over Lil Wayne shit. You know, like Eminem fits my soul, my mood. You know, I'm always that like sitting in a dark corner kind of mentality, and like that music right there just fits, you know, whatever it is I'm feeling. I could be hyped and I could be depressed too at the same time.
I feel like Wayne's a hit maker too. I'm an Eminem fan too, but I feel like Wayne is a hit maker.
Can't doubt that. You know, my entire high school year was based around Lil Wayne's music, honestly.
I think all of ours was. You said that last time. All of ours was. Yeah. Just a prominent because.
Now go ahead, you.
No, I was gonna say because Eminem is a pop star. He's the biggest. You know what I mean? He got a lot of things on his side. You know, a lot of things on his privilege, which is good privilege. It's not like when somebody say white privilege. No, it's kind of good privilege. He didn't really use it to he used it to his advantage, but he didn't gloat about it. It's just that he came out seldom. Like he didn't come out all the time. He came out seldomly. Like it was. He on contract with everything, which is Lil Wayne is. He on contract too, but the person he talked to or go through is the person sitting next to him. So he freely can drop music. So all of our high school was based around Lil Wayne because he was on everything and he did a feature with everybody. So we heard him more.
Would you guys say Wayne is like the feature king?
Like
in that
feature
era,
king? Yeah, I mean, I was definitely saying in this era, yeah, like I don't know, feature king, like because that shit changes generation to generation. Like,
who is it right now?
Right now, I mean, you got Drake. You got
Drake feature king right now.
Yeah,
like, Drake's on top right now. And Drake came from Wayne.
He on every new person. He on every new person's song. The baby, little baby, Fabio Foreign. Like he got a joint. He had a joint with Davies when he first came out. He got a joint with Pop Smoke that didn't come out. Like he's on everything.
Yeah, I was saying he's touched so much different music. I would say Drake is probably the feature king right now. Like
he crossed between different genres multiple times.
Which kind of makes sense. Lil Wayne, Drake.
No, so we're gonna start jumping into these rounds. Each round is broken down into 3 different categories with each category holding its different weight for each artist. So round one, we judge the artist based on lyricism. And that's purely based on their songs, lyrical content, albums, and so forth. Round two, we base them off of their contributions to music. We also do talk about what they do for their communities and as well, but it's really the contribution to hip hop that we, give round credit to. And round three is based off of longevity. So we try to determine who has had the better career so far and who is going to have the best career when it's all said and done. And with that being said, let's jump straight into round one. Let's get this started with lyricism. So who do you guys feel out of Lil Wayne and Eminem is the best lyricist?
Eminem.
Really?
Eminem. Yeah.
That's actually a change from the last time we talked, actually.
For real? I said Lil Wayne?
Yeah.
I said Lil Wayne?
And the only reason I think you said Lil Wayne, what was it? I think
bars,
what was it? Yeah, you said his bars were different than M's, but you liked it, it was different in a way, but you liked it.
Yeah, but I definitely did say that. But lyricism more involves around wordplay, wittiness, double entendres, triple entendres, and if we going off that, then Eminem got that.
Yeah, I feel the same exact way. Eminem.
Lil Wayne mostly, all bar for bar, back to back. So lyricist wise, yeah, definitely Eminem.
What was it? Honestly, because growing up, I was a huge M fan. I listened to him from, the real Slim Shady all the way to Music to Be Murdered By. And in my opinion, his only flops were Recovery, Relapse, and what was that? Recovery, Relapse, and there's another R one.
Revival?
There we go. Revival, yeah. Those are his only flops, in my opinion. But other than that, though,
definitely getting killed by Machine Gun Kelly.
Okay, see, that's that bullshit. That's that bullshit. That's that bullshit.
He died.
No, he didn't.
One rounder. He died.
No, he didn't.
No. Kill
He did not die.
Kill shots of Rap Devil.
It was a poll on Twitter. He lost.
What poll? From who? What nigga made that poll?
Yeah.
What
Battle
random?
League. It was Battle League.
What Battle League?
Verification check.
No, I don't.
Twitter account called Battle League.
I ain't see it. So
look,
you didn't see it in that. He lost. I'm telling you.
That sounds like fake news.
Yeah, it does sound like fake news. Sounds like some Fox News shit.
BRB.
Oh, see, actually, Fox. There's another conversation. I think he died. I'm telling you. You know what? I enjoyed DK song better than
I think that was more of a radio hit.
Yeah,
Rap Devil was a radio hit than Kill Shot, which he
called MGK. He called MGK a newer rapper.
He called him a
He calls him, I guess, a newer rapper compared to.
He calls him a mumble rapper, and MGK is clearly not a mumble rapper.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
That's one slight. That's one hit on an otherwise crazy.
Your fucking beard's weird. That's a fucking bar. Someone can just
and then he came back and said, and he made fun of him for saying that. So
I got one for you. Who won? Because based off y'all criteria is who had the better wordplay, right? Within the songs. Who was saying stuff direct. That's what y'all basing it off of, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So who won the Drake and Meek?
Drake and Meek?
Yeah.
I'll give that to Drake.
I would still give that to Drake.
Now, if you try to go...
That's the same thing. Because Drake, he wasn't rapping about... but Meek's song came out. Drake got pissed on by T.I. They robbed him in New York. He can't come back to Philly. That's what I'm saying. So if we basing it off that, I think if we basing it off what y'all
didn't Meek Mill go back to Philly though?
Huh? Well,
didn't he go back to Philly?
Yeah, level 5 security. He had to grab that photo of Merriweather with it.
No. You got to get top flight security of the world to go back to your own home.
I think when it comes to those two, I think I got MGK. I got MGK. You know what I mean?
That's a hot take.
We are all entitled to our opinions. However,
that was wrong.
Yeah,
I can name about 5 people who rap on that level say he lost.
What was it? There were many people, what was it? Because I remember I seen the video of LeBron James like bopping his head when Killshot came out, like he had the stank face going on. Like,
I remember the day it came out. I remember what I felt when I saw that shit in my recommendeds on YouTube. I remember that day.
I forget what celebrity it was, but it was like, they compared, talking about M's daughter to kicking
Joe Budden said he lost.
John Wick's dog. Joe Budden
does not. I don't think he cares for Eminem. Like he tries to be civil, but
Charlemagne and Joe Budden are clear M haters though, so of course they're going to say he lost.
They try to be civil as radio hosts and podcasters.
Drink Champ said he lost.
Who?
Champs Noriega said he lost.
I haven't.
But he did.
Shit went out.
I'm just saying, man. I don't know what you want me to do. I ain't the only one that had this whole, you know what I mean?
And then MGK went on in interviews sounding so sad and so like a hurt animal after he heard this.
Yeah, like what was it? He went on Breakfast Club and said, look, this beef wasn't even anywhere in my radar. I just did this because he made a song about me, but he clearly didn't want any more parts after Killshot came out. He just said, I'm just going to continue working on my career because there was no way to come back after Killshot.
Honestly. No way. He gonna do him like he did Ja Rule. Wait, was it Ja Rule?
Well,
no. Who was it that Eminem? That was 50?
Yeah.
I'll go back in my circle.
M and Ja Rule. Like,
Eminem shitted on Ja Rule.
Now, Ja Rule had a line against M that was like fucking mean as hell. It was like, what was it? He said like, your mom's a pill popper and Kim's a known slut. So who's Haley gonna be like when she grows up? Like that shit was so
disrespectful.
I'm with you, Chaz.
No, that shit.
Haley is doing just fine.
I think she raps now or some shit.
I fight for my food.
So she's like her father.
Back up.
What was it?
Ew, Rob, to hear you in the mic.
Back up.
You eating fast food?
Facts. I mean, I would say Eminem is a clear winner as far as lyricism goes.
Round one, Eminem,
yeah. I did. I mean, I did grow up listening to Eminem more than Lil Wayne, but I just feel like the way he addresses certain topics.
Now, I'm not gonna lie. When we put this shit up, I guarantee we're gonna get flamed by every Lil Wayne fan for dissing Lil Wayne.
No, it's just one round, baby. It's one round.
Yeah, but this is one round based on lyricism, and I can guarantee people are gonna have something to say about us dissing Lil Wayne's lyricism over
you dissed him. We dissed him.
I feel like they're even.
Yeah,
I feel like I think they both got strengths and weaknesses in both sides.
Because Eminem ain't got no bars.
What?
Yeah, Eminem is like the way he plays with the words. It's like really intelligent.
Got bars like that.
I'm sorry. Wait, before we
don't have bars like that.
I need you to explain that a little bit more. That hurt my feelings.
A bar is such thing as a 4-bar setup, a 3-bar setup, 2-bar setup. Right? Lil Wayne is more of the 2 and 3-bar setups. And it's schemes. Eminem is a scheme guy. If he was a battle rapper, he'd be a Chilla Jones. Yeah. He'd be a Daylight. You get what I'm saying? That's why Daylight don't really battle. Like they don't really battle like a Tayshaun, Danny Myers. You get what I'm saying? They don't battle people like that. You know those guys, like, they don't battle Sue Surf. Like Sue Surf and Loaded Lux. That's a style clash right there. You get what I'm saying? Loaded Lux is a witty wordsmith, You know what I mean? Lyricism, sous surf, schemes and bars. You get what I'm saying? So when you say lyricism, it's a little different than having bars. Like a Jay-Z don't got bars like that, but he got lyricism. He got wittiness. But you go to a Lil Wayne, it's back to back. You go to a Benny Griselda, which y'all don't know still, it's back to back.
I checked Griselda out.
Actually, I checked Griselda out. What was it?
It was
a couple days ago. I didn't listen to the whole song. Well, at least the song I picked. I didn't listen to the whole song, but I do know of them now.
Thank you. That's what I mean. That's what I mean when he don't got bars. Of course he got bars, but that's not his rapping. That's not his rap style. You get what I'm saying? Like if nobody gonna be like, man, I go to Eminem for the bars. No, you go to Eminem for storytelling, for lyricism, and wittiness, and double entendres.
What was it? I mean, I would say I go to M for the bars. What
are bars if not double entendres and storytelling?
Well, if we basing off rap, if we basing it off battle rapping and rap, bars is just saying like, yo, I'm in the house, chilling on the couch, plug something hit you when you know what I mean? That's a bar right there. Eminem is this. I'm in the house, creeping through the window. I go to the steps, I don't see no, and then he make a double entendre about the window and then the steps. Mm-hmm. But it's like a 6-bar setup. That's not really a bar. It's not really a puncher. That's not really a back-to-back puncher. Eminem not like a puncher, which is bars. You get what I'm saying? Of course he got bars, but it's more wittiness. You know what I mean?
I would definitely say he's definitely witty. Everything he does is witty. But
like Lil Wayne say stuff like, "I'll leave him dead in the living room." You know what I mean? Like a regular bar like that. Eminem is saying, "Mom's spaghetti, knees weak, arms are heavy." You get what I'm saying? That's not really a bar. He's just really flowing, and he about to go to his wittiness with his lyrics. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that's kind of like his whole thing.
Yeah.
Like Lil Wayne can take one object and compare it to something that has nothing to do with it. You know what I mean? Like when Go ahead.
No, I'm for border eye. Go ahead.
Like not because I know like when he's talking about like when he compares himself to a venereal disease and a menstrual bleed, basically just saying that he's crazy and tough and that good. That's a bar.
That sounds like something Eminem would say to you.
Comparing and contrasting things like that.
What was it? I don't know, like Eminem.
Tougher than Nigerian hair.
Eminem, I would also say is also probably the better storyteller because, like, what was it? Mm-hmm. Lil Wayne shit.
Maybe Wayne's better at humor.
Humor? I really don't know because I don't listen to either.
Lollipop. Lollipop was just humorous altogether. They're playing that radio everywhere.
Yeah. I mean, what was it like? Take the last album for example. Like, I would say Stepdad probably was humorous because like who makes a song about their fucking stepdad? Like the title of the songs are probably humorous and the music videos are humorous, but as far as like what he puts in the songs though, like I feel are bars. Like they're funny. They're what was it? Sometimes like they're double entendres. Like like he'll try to take a word and like really stretch it out there for a bar, but I mean, it doesn't everybody in some point do that? With something.
Well, some people in media in general take longer than others to get to a point. Some comedians take longer for a setup and a punch to get to the point. Some rappers take longer to get a setup and a punch to get to their point.
That's what makes a lyricist a lyricist. That's what makes a witty, a guy who's a bar, who got bars. You get what I'm saying? Every other syllable rhymes with something else. You know what I mean? Like Eminem could rhyme orange with something and then go tap into his daughter and then tap into how he gonna kidnap your mom. You know what I mean? That's really wittiness, lyricism. You know what I mean? People who got bars, they witty, but it's straight to the point. It's just straight to the point. You know what I mean? Like I keep saying, like Griselda Of course, he say something like, "Of course we felon, so the brick widened into a respelling." Like you ain't gonna get that from Eminem. He gonna have a bigger setup. You know what I mean? He gonna have a way bigger setup. And it's gonna hit hard. It might hit harder than what Griselda said, even though he signed, but it might hit harder, but it's just gonna be more words crammed into one to get to that one point. That's why I say we talking about battle rap. He not really a bar guy. You know what I mean?
He's a scheme guy.
Scheme.
Well, if we're going straight off of battle rap, and comparing like M to battle rappers, I mean, personally, I would call him like a Charlie Clips, because, Charlie Clips is like the king of schemes, like he's battled lyrical artists, witty artists, artists who are heavy in punchlines, but he can still hold his own, doing schemes. Now, over the years, he's evolved his game and, added more to his, his repertoire, but in the end, though, he's still a scheme rapper, and that's what M, kind of is as well. Like he definitely deals in schemes. Like what's that song, Kim? Mm-hmm. Like Kim to me was like just one giant, scheme where he's rapping about everything involved in kidnapping, her and then driving her off into the pier or wherever the fuck it is he's dumping her body off. But it's all just one giant setup.
I feel like all the songs he's written about women are a giant scheme in itself. The way he's like, "Oh, I love you. I'm obsessed with you. You are the woman of the moment." And then I get angry at you one time, and I either murder you or kidnap you or throw you off of a bridge. That's been in like recent music. You know what I mean? Like, and then maybe he's just like a scheme rapper in a whole giant sense of his career.
And honestly, in my opinion, too, like the relatability as far as some of it, like, I mean, I know like that's probably on a person-to-person level, like as far as like how you relate to an artist and all that stuff. But like for my opinion, right? Like I know there's a lot of people in the world who deal with things like mental depression and anxiety and all that stuff, and they're afraid to talk about it. Those kind of people, are sometimes drawn to someone like Eminem because like he talks about having all this shit and letting it all out, the most violent but most like realist expression of art he can, express. And, that to me, kind of, relates because like growing up, I've had, my shit, that I dealt with, and I just kept it repressed for so many years. I just didn't know how to let it all out. I remember just like listening to that first Eminem song, The Way I Am, and I'm like, like he sounds like really free right now. Like he just sounds like he's just laying all his shit out. And like since from hearing that, like I just became real open with what I say. Like regardless if it sounds stupid, regardless if it doesn't make sense, regardless if it hurts someone's feelings or if it's honest as shit, I just express myself. In order to lift the demons off of my shoulders.
I remember being in high school or being in middle school and hearing and talking to people and just being like, I don't like how Eminem just screams everything he says. But my reaction would be like, I love how he just says everything that he's feeling. Imagine just being that loud and saying how you were feeling.
Right, because like, what was it? Then they say, like, Eminem, all he does is talk about, doing drugs and, like being on women and all that shit. Like, well, what does every other, song that comes out today, sound like? I don't think they're, promoting Christ and telling people to, sell cookies in the local community. I think they're talking about the exact same thing.
Speaking of which, check out Border Eye's new album.
What?
That fire album on Spotify.
Talking about Christ.
I didn't even release it.
Happy Easter, nigga.
You stupid.
So, I think, before, wrap this on up, though.
I think it's a clear round on M, yeah.
Yeah, round one going straight to M. So we can just move on straight to round two. So round two. Let us talk about these fucking contributions that these artists have made. So, honestly, in this round, you would definitely have to give the Lil Wayne, to be honest. As far as contributions to rap music is concerned, M gave us Drake, Nicki, Tyga, the whole Young Money crew.
I knew what he meant. He meant Lil Wayne.
Fix yourself.
Wait, did I say Lil Wayne again?
You said M gave us Drake.
It's the other way. Young Money.
Oh shit!
We're talking about Young Money here. We're talking about the brand.
Sorry, my fault. Lil Wayne gave us all that shit, but yeah, like he just, he gave us more artists that in return gave us more other artists who are now like huge, like hits. Everybody knows them, well-known names, well successful. So Lil Wayne, in a sense, has contributed more as far as like bringing in better artists to the game versus Eminem. What was it? He had D12, which were okay, but they weren't like huge. You know what I mean? They weren't no like household names, nothing.
There weren't something extremely impressive.
Exactly. I like them, but like they weren't something like I would bump on a regular basis. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Like you listen to it once, like, okay.
You can throw Slaughterhouse in there.
Slaughterhouse, they're in the same category. Like I'll bump them, but like not every day. Like if you don't have replayability to me, I'm probably on like everyday replayability. Like you might lose me as a listener.
That's true. Once you have Drake, it's just.
Well, I'm not much of a Drake.
I'm not that much of a Drake fan either, but I can't deny numbers.
Exactly. Like that guy's numbers are just ridiculous. Like, and it's because of Lil Wayne. We have Drake. So and Nicki.
He has multiple artists underneath his belt that did very well in their career. Nicki Minaj, who went very far,
right?
Who was basically on par with Beyonce, just in the rapping area. You have Tyga.
Yeah,
what?
No.
A lot of people looked up to Nicki Minaj a lot.
No one's.
She had her own fan base.
Looked up to Miley Cyrus too.
But
I don't even like Beyonce like that. No one's Beyonce.
Okay. It's to the point where you have Nicki's fans and Cardi fans ready to go to war together with each other for a point in time. Like, she got that high up to where she had that crazy of a fan base.
That's you don't see any stupid.
Well, yeah, but you don't see nobody defending and ready to fight for Miley Cyrus. And if you offend Beyonce, the Beehive will be ready to kill. Like, that's true. Okay? There's one person I know, if you try to compare her to Nicki Minaj and Cardi B, she'll snap.
I don't compare Beyonce to anyone except the Lord Jesus Christ.
That's terrible.
I'm not even a huge fan of Beyonce like that, but her work ethic is animalistic.
Beyonce's overrated to me, but that's a whole nother conversation.
Okay. I love her.
Tyga, who is still going. He's not as great as the other ones, but he's still doing something.
Can we look at Tia for a second?
Do you have Drake, who's doing something like he's up there? Like he's still making music, making hits, making trends. You know what I mean? So I would say definitely Lil Wayne, because Eminem don't have any artist right now today that's out doing anything.
Griselda.
Yeah,
on the level of everyone else.
I was gonna say, besides Griselda too, though.
So we're gonna start charging them for advertisement because we're giving them a lot of advertisement right now.
Bro, they big already. They did a song with Drake.
We gotta start charging them. They big already.
They big already. When you do a song with Drake, it's just like, all right.
What was I say? Yeah.
Who's better at making? Who's a better hit maker as far as career contribution? Eminem or Lil Wayne? And it's clearly Lil Wayne.
What was it? Hit maker?
Not even in their own accord.
Lil Wayne.
Yeah, it's Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne makes those like club hits.
Lil Wayne got more hits.
Definitely. Yeah, like club. Yeah, I say Lil Wayne definitely has more club hits. But like as far as like radio songs though, Rap God.
What?
Rap God was not as radio friendly as you want it to be.
Come on. See, Chaz, I like Chaz. You know what? I like Chaz because she a realist.
I'm really real.
Like Rail is biased.
Numbers don't lie.
What?
Oh, what was it?
Radio?
Radio was.
I haven't heard, no lie, bro. In 05, I barely heard Eminem on the radio.
Which radio station?
The biggest ones. Hot 97, 103.9, 99, what, 9? The Philly radio station and the New York radio station. The two main ones.
Even though like it's mostly like a pop station, 94.5. No, what was it? That was the only like pop station I would hear Eminem being played. Like,
but then when Lil Wayne released music, it'll be all over the place, constantly. Lollipop got played everywhere. Lollipop got played at freaking school dances. Terrible, but it did.
Yeah.
Rap God was not getting played at school dances.
No, it wasn't, because he was talking about murdering his wife and then dying on field.
And that's the thing. Eminem doesn't care what people think, so he will say whatever he wants and not care about the repercussions. He already has the money. He'll say whatever he wants in his lyrics and doesn't care who he offends. And that might get put on the radio in a simple 2.5-minute song. Whereas Lil Wayne will get put into a song because his feature was tight, because his lyrics are funny, and they can be remembered quickly.
Sure enough. I mean, but look, I'm just saying, all right, personally, I believe Lil Wayne has the better hits, definitely, by hands down. I'm just saying that M has had his fair share of, hits that have.
Fair share.
Love the way you share.
Oh, yeah.
I remember that shit. Share. Being put up and hearing that everywhere.
I mean, I would say probably if it depends, like if he's on a feature or if he's featuring somebody else, like Drop the World.
Eminem is the worst feature maker ever.
Really?
He don't do good with other. He don't, except that one with Jay-Z. But other than that, he don't do good with like.
He's got some of the worst hooks. That's a hot take. He's got some of the worst.
What about
he just don't work well with others. That's why he stay by himself. He just don't work well.
His performance review was
What about Drake and Lil Wayne? Like with that song he did with them. Like, I Want This Shit Forever?
What? Drake and Lil Wayne?
Yeah.
That shit, that's Cash Money, and he's in their world. Whereas
no, something like as far as like a feature goes.
That's
like,
a fine feature.
I feel like Eminem brings artists.
I guarantee you can't name 10 Eminem features that was fire. I guarantee
that was fire.
That's Patiently
Waiting.
Roman's Revenge.
What was it?
I think that was Nicki featuring Eminem.
And
that's hard. You wouldn't put that on the radio though.
We got Renegade Forever. Drop the World.
Well, Renegade's nasty. He took that shit.
What was it? He did this. No, was Claustrophobic his song? Because it's a song he did called Claustrophobic with 2 Chainz and Fresher. I'm just trying to think if that was Eminem's song though.
Fact check that. Do it right now.
Song. Well, go ahead. Add it.
What was it?
Till I Collapse was a good one.
What was it? Tech Nine song Speed 'Em 2. What was the other song?
Radio shit though.
The radio shit? Oh, radio shit. I'm sorry. I'm
These are hits. We're talking about hits.
I'm just waiting.
No.
So work well with others. He just don't
what was it now? If you were just talking about fire features that he's been in, I was just naming fire features. But you're talking about fire features that have been on the radio, yeah, you got me.
Damn, you can put both fire features.
Yeah.
You can do just fire features.
Yeah, well, the fire features, it's those ones that I named before, those ones. But no, that was 6 so far. But what was that?
Go ahead. Come on, squeeze 4 out.
This could be debatable, but I'm still thinking about contribution. And it's not just how we think, it's just how everyone thinks as far as the public is concerned.
Oh, wait. What am I thinking? Patiently Waiting? Of course.
I said that earlier, but y'all didn't
say that twice. You counted that, but we counted it again. You know what? We're going to count it twice. So
I never said patient. I didn't even know he said it.
I said it
because you don't listen to the light-skinned dude, but it's okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Is that your daughter in the background, man?
That's not even coming from my background. I don't know whose background that was.
So do y'all hear? You guys hear Kanan? Oh my god!
Don't change my tape.
That's not my child, by the way.
My child should either be watching Jersey Shore or she should be asleep.
So round 2, we got.
Yo, he's
Lil Wayne.
snapping. I'm just hearing. Yeah, we got Lil Wayne.
Yeah, round 2. Yeah, I would definitely give that one to Lil Wayne.
So 1-1, right?
Yeah, 1-1. So going straight to round 3 for longevity. All right, so we're going to judge this based on who had the better career so far and who had the better career. Who's going to have the better career when it's all said and done? So far, who would you say has the better career out of Eminem and Wayne?
Right now, both of these men came out with an album. What was it? 2019 or 2020?
It's 2019.
No, wait,
2019. They both came out with that Music to Be Murdered By.
No,
what was the other?
It was 2019, and I think it was what was it?
Carter 5.
Carter 5.
No. Carter 5.
Last year.
Are we talking about Funeral? The last Lil Wayne album?
That's what I'm talking about. Both of them came out with an album, with a project like very close to each other, and I'd say Music to Be Murdered By is more popular than Funeral.
Mm-hmm.
Just because of Godzilla, I would say.
Yeah, Godzilla's.
He made a whole challenge out of it.
We basing this off what?
Well, we're basing this off of their entire career so far. Like,
these last albums. Who we basing it off of?
Honestly, days don't mean anything to me anymore. So I'm thinking back to like the last time I even heard like a Lil Wayne and Eminem album.
Yeah. Well, what was it? I mean, going off the Funeral and the Music to Be Murdered By album, like, cause what was it? Before Funeral, you said Lil Wayne dropped Carter 5 in 2019, and then Eminem dropped Kamikaze same time last year. So
Revival's a hit in not a good way. Like, it's a hit against him. So I feel like you should take that into it. If this is a grading system, we got to take that into account.
Well, what was it? I'm just going off from the newest album they dropped and the album they did previously. Like from Kamikaze to Music to Be Murdered By, M kept his flow up the entire time. To me, from Kamikaze to Music to Be Murdered By, there is not a bad song in between, honestly. But from Carter 5 to Funeral though, like I feel like for Funeral, like it wasn't Wayne's best, not at all. But it wasn't his worst either. You know what I'm saying? He definitely had hits on there. You know what I'm saying? Ball Hard, Piano Trap, and what was the other one? The one he did with Adam Levine. I forget what the fuck that was called. That was whatever. But that was good to me. But Carter 5 wasn't all that hype to me.
It was all right. I feel like Eminem was able to stay with the time, how music blended and changed today. And Lil Wayne's newest album didn't really do that as much.
I would say
it was still nice to hear Wayne's album. It was like, all right, dope, Wayne's back. And it's like, all right, cool.
As far as changing with times go, actually, I would give that one to Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne changed, his style because of the times, as far as Lil Eminem, who kept his shit the same since he started.
But he was able to, the beats changed up, though.
Yeah, of course, the beats changed, but do the flow and the lyrics change along with it?
Well, I don't know. I mean,
but the way Eminem was able to make a challenge out of how
his delivery was
in Godzilla was how you make it, as how you contribute to the social media aspect of society now. Like, he made us a challenge. Who can spit faster for my Godzilla verse? And
nobody.
But all these white kids were doing it.
Of course they were. That's literally the only thing that a lot of white rappers have, is that they try to imitate the fast rapping. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They all try to do it.
I don't know why though. It's just like really popular. Like, cause you got Token, fucking Yellow Wolf, Logic, like all these guys for some reason just rapping fast. That's the shit if you're a white rapper. But what was it? I mean, like
white people say the whole word, so they should be good at rapping fast.
But what was it? It depends on the song though, because like to me, like mentioned earlier, Rap God wasn't one of like my favorite, only because he raps too fucking fast in that song.
No, he doesn't. Godzilla's faster. I think Godzilla's faster because he broke the record.
Yeah. Godzilla.
You know the thing about Eminem, he keep trying to prove. He keep trying to
he's the best.
Prove he's the best. Like, just leave it alone. We know already. You don't gotta do all that. We know already.
Yeah, I would probably say that's the same thing.
It's like we know already. Jay-Z
that's what I liked. That's what I liked about Killshot, because he was able to finally flex on how good he was in Killshot. What did he say? I have enough money in O2 to burn in front of you.
Oh,
like that shit like that.
I had enough money in O2 to burn in front of you, ho. Younger me, no, you the whack me. Funny but so true. I'd rather be 80-year-old me than 20-year-old
you. That, he didn't get a chance to do that until now. So now that he's at that age, that reflective age, he's able to go back and be like, all of these niggas right now aren't it. I'm it.
But then again, though, I mean, he's the only one who's doing that, though. Like, no other rapper from, like, his time frame is trying to prove they're the best rapper out. You know, Jay-Z's not trying to prove, you know, he's the best rapper. Lil Wayne's not trying to prove he's the best rapper. T.I.,
some of these niggas don't have to. Jay-Z does not have to prove he's the best rapper out there.
Now, I would say Eminem, from the start of his career, has to prove that he's a good and one of the best rappers because of him being white in a predominantly black genre. You know, like,
he's trying too hard now?
Now I would say he's not trying too hard, but he's definitely just trying to stay relevant. But I would say, like, from the start of his career, he's definitely had to, had a lot more challenges versus, like a black rapper. Because, like, what was it? The song White America, when he talks about, him, being white is his privilege in the rap game, because he knows that if he was black, he wouldn't get the plays. Because they look at him as an ordinary rapper. But because he's white and he's showing you his lyrical skills, he's showing you that he can keep up with, some of the good, some of the great side of the game at, the time, at his time and now. So he's always had to come out and, just like attack from the gate, to prove that, he's still here. He still has punches. Like, Lil Wayne, like, he could take some time off, like, and come back with a mixtape or come back with an album. That's still going to be Wayne regardless. That's never going to change. People are still either going to fuck with Wayne or not going to fuck with Wayne. Eminem, however, he's either trying too hard or he's never trying too hard enough. And that's, what led to, in my opinion, to things like, revival and recovery, when he's trying to be more emotional and open with his music and people are clowning him and shit, saying, this shit sucks. Like, it doesn't make any sense. There's no hits on here. Like, you're just talking about, your fucking, drug, abuse and your recovery and relapse and rehab and all that shit. Like, but it's like, he's trying to be real, but now y'all want him to make hits. And when he's trying to make hits, y'all want him to be relatable more and stop trying to, do his usual shit. So it's like, a tuck and pull as far as like whether you're going to love him or you're going to hate him.
I will definitely say he's being pulled in different directions. That I don't know if that's a white rapper thing. You either want them to be hard or you want them to be funny and have the double entendres on all that. But I definitely feel like Eminem's being pulled in different directions as far as should he be the older rapper that goes back and talks about his career and being the OG, or should he go and try to be some of these trap SoundCloud rappers that makes the hits but also doesn't last long?
Right. I mean, he says he likes these new guys. He hates mumble rap, but he does like some of these guys. Like,
not all of them are mumble rap. Some of them are pretty good.
Yeah, like, like Juice WRLD. You know what I'm saying? Like, what was it? I mean, what was it? Yeah, RP. Like, in my opinion, he's had some mumble rap songs, but he's also had great hits. I love that song he did with Benny Blanco, Graduation.
Mm-hmm. I feel like Lucid Dreams I still play right now.
Yeah, what was it? So like M does show love to the game that's out today. It's just that, I guess he wished people took their craft more seriously, I guess.
Yeah.
Because nowadays people just make music just for the hell of it, just to make some money. No one's really like diving into who they are as an artist and trying to discover what they bring to the table. They're just trying to make music and trying to make some money off of it.
Well, obviously, this generation is different in that we are just so. I think we're more cynical than the last generation. So for us to be like, I'm trying to be here for a good time, not a long time. I'm trying to make money now, and not really think about like what happens down the line is just a reflection of this generation.
Like. Yeah,
If we all thought like Jay-Z, we would all have money for our next dynasty, our next generation. But that's not what we're thinking right now. We're a doomer generation.
Right now, the party, the turn up. That's all they're thinking about is just making bops just to turn up to. They're not thinking about, the impact that their music can have. What they do is being mimicked by others. It's like their music doesn't really reflect what they're really about. Because, like, there's some artists who talk about doing drugs and they probably never even did drugs. There's artists who talk about gangbanging and shooting people. But yet we live in a time where we need to unify as a minority people, but yet you're talking about killing your minority brother. It's like they don't care anymore. All they care about is just to turn up, have fun, flex the money, flex the things that they got, and go about their day.
That's become normalized at church, dead ass. That's become normalized because everyone's dying not even just now because of Corona. Everyone's just dying because anything can happen, drug overdose, getting shot in the streets, anything can happen. So you're just like speaking about what's going on now. Mm-hmm. And white kids love that.
Exactly. Like this young dude just got killed not too long ago by a white dad and a white son, and they got away with it, basically. No one's coming together to make changes about those things. Like, why is our people dying? And then the only thing you care about is talking about shooting each other.
Now, do you think the search better than the next man next to you? Should we all just be J. Cole's out here?
Exactly. It's like I get what J. Cole said. They're young. They're just trying to have fun, cool. Good on a young brother making his bag. But at the end of the day, you got to grow up some point in time.
I mean, to add on that, because it kind of sounds like y'all were kind of like aiming it like at Lil Wayne, because like he kind of talked about like that.
Maybe.
He does. Lil Wayne is like that.
At the same time, though, like, when, like, all right, so, Border, you make music, right?
Yeah.
All right. Now, would you say that your lyrics, are influential to your listeners?
Yes. My lyrics are meant to hear what I go through, listen to, my experiences, and apply it to your life. You know what I mean? Your experiences might not be exactly the same, but I don't want you going out there doing things that I won't do. I'm not going to sit there and feed these negative seeds into you, and you're going to think, oh, that's cool. Let me try that. You know what I mean? Drug use is on the rise. Artists went from talking about selling it to talking about using it more often. Coming from a college campus, doing ecstasy and lean was a common thing. It was like normal.
We got fucked up.
Blew my mind when people were just walking down the street. Yeah, like, oh, you got the pills for the day? All right, we're gonna go turn up. All right, make sure we have enough for the next few nights this week. Like, what? When you're walking down the street, you find a freshman sitting outside a freaking Pizza Hut, high off of ecstasy. Like,
yo, Rob was degrees outside in his dorm making beats when I was out there drunk outside of a 7-Eleven.
Yeah, I was gonna say, while he was being wholesome, I wasn't even going to the school, but I was still getting high as shit and fucked up everybody else.
We were still in the cut. Rob was obviously the dad. We were the children.
I mean, I get I get why Eminem's always trying to prove himself. Like, I understand, because because a lot of these kids these days and the younger artists all think they're the best, all think that they're better than everybody else, all think that they're better than the artists in the past. Like, that's their mindset. You know what I mean? So Eminem is constantly coming out and saying, sit down, I'm a legend, here's why. You know what I mean? And you should change with your music. Don't be the same person. Eminem, we can look at his history, went from, the sad, depressed guy who was constantly on, the drugs he was on, going through it, You know, of course, he had the albums when he got off the drugs and he was all messed up. And then now here he is, grown, mature, not on the drugs still, but still came out with a really good album, brought the fire, showed them why he's still the best, even without the drugs. To show people you can do it without the influence.
But Lil Wayne, what was it? In the sense, you know, like, personally, like, you know, beyond Lil Wayne, actually, no artist is responsible for the individual decisions of the listener. If I'm making music about me trapping or gang-banging, selling drugs whatsoever, bro, it's just music.
I disagree. I disagree.
Nah, that's clear Eminem too. Like, I'm not responsible for what you guys do.
Exactly, because
listening to my music, he said that in like The Way I Am. Like, some people, like a kid will shoot up a school. That's not because of what I said.
I was gonna say, yeah, like, you know, like, because, you know, if we're going off, you know, like, if everyone should be responsible, like, you know, they said you know, his music entices school shooters or entices kids to do suicide and do drugs.
Well,
like, you know,
what song did Eminem say he's going to shoot up a school?
None, but
that
they
he's
were
going to shoot up a school, but that he had a mental illness. He felt like shooting himself in the head or doing whatever.
Well, that's different because he talked about what he was struggling with and how he was going to shoot himself. A lot of artists make it seem like doing drugs is cool. You know what I mean? The videos show it. Doing drugs is cool. Treating girls a certain way is cool. All this stuff looks cool. And a lot of these people imitate it because they think this is the wave, this is the vibe, this is how I'm going to get the girls, this is how I look cool. Well, and you see it all the time. Look at how much money our minority of people spend on just the shoes and all the name brand clothing, because a lot of songs talk about the Gucci, the Louis Vuittons, the red bottoms, and you got people who can barely make money saving up to buy $300 shoes, $400 shoes. Pay your rent, fool. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying?
That's like, New Jersey.
Or you could just get a dope hat from the mall and just put a logo on it for $25.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's people don't think that way. You know what I mean? That's why. I don't know. That's why I like Eminem, because like he doesn't.
You're a substance person.
You know, Lil Wayne is cool and he's dope, but look at these two now. Well, how old are they? They're both in
their 40s.
Yeah. They're both in their 40s. Look at Eminem. Look at Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne, look like it's probably because he has lupus, but still, you see how he looks, and he's still smoking, still doing the drugs. Look at Eminem, off the drugs.
Yeah.
Since when did black crack?
Ooh.
You know what I mean?
Damn, boy.
Like Lil Wayne is still a great artist. He's still a legend. He still do great legendary things. But at the end of the day, these younger artists need to look at them and be like, okay, you see how that one turned out, see how this one turned out. Do I want to look like I'm losing my hair but trying to hold on to my dreads?
Well, Wayne is so influential. Just
I was going to say,
the way he dressed, the way he acted. I mean, even apart from the drugs he did, that skater boy, like, fashion.
I would say to most of today's...
He has so many songs.
Like fashionable influences to even the new music we listen to today, I would credit that to Lil Wayne, honestly. And definitely. Like I said, I'm biased. I'm biased to him, but you know, like he's just very influential. He's very trendy. He's very catchy.
He's just one of those people that other people naturally follow.
Well, let me look at the criteria of this last round, because this is critical. I feel like we are 1-1 now.
Yeah, because.
I'm really looking at this last round here.
Put it this, like we've talked about everything as far as like, you know, their career, so far. Who do we believe once they've fully retired, stopped making music, who do we feel like is going to have the best career, you know, out of the both?
I really do feel like Eminem.
Now, I feel it's going to be Eminem for the music, and but I also feel it's going to be Lil Wayne for everything else, including the music.
Because you got to look, Lil Wayne set trends that are being still followed today.
Exactly.
A lot of the mumble rappers wouldn't exist if it wasn't for Lil Wayne and his style. A lot of artists stole and mimicked Lil Wayne. Yeah. The only people that mimic Eminem are white rappers, and there's very few.
mimicking style is one thing. Biting shit from a person is one thing, but still, like the way
Every
Eminem
white
sells
rapper
records
mimic
right now.
Eminem. Every
Where the
white
fuck
rapper.
did you come from, nigga?
I'm back now.
What was it?
I'm saying Eminem's albums, his sales still do crazy numbers, but I don't know if
it's going to forever do crazy numbers.
Yeah,
ever going to do crazy numbers.
But
okay, that's a contribution. That's a crazy influential thing that Eminem has.
Right. But
hip hop would not be what it is today if it wasn't for Lil Wayne. Hip hop would not be what it was today if it wasn't for Lil Wayne. Okay. A lot of these artists would not be doing the styles that they do if it wasn't for Lil Wayne. They wouldn't have
it's just the young rappers. It's just the young rappers. That's it. It's just the young
a lot
rappers.
of the young rappers.
You'll still have a Meek. You'll still have a Jay-Z. You still have a Jeezy. You know what I mean? You'll still have a J. Cole. You'll still have a Kendrick Lamar. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you would still have a lot of West Coast shit, even if
yes. But the only thing is these young rappers with the tattoos on their face, the Lil Uzi Verts. You know what I mean? All the young dudes. You wouldn't have
all that
those.
skater shit is Lil Wayne, but Eminem still his numbers are still best.
But he's the only white rapper. He's the only white rapper in hip hop who lived in the ghetto and was with the niggas.
Of that time, though.
He lived at home in a trailer.
Yeah. It was an MGK.
In Detroit, but he was in Detroit. Like, that's not the regular, but he was in 8 Mile, which is 2 miles from what is the 5th mile, which is everything happened at. You ain't gonna get too many. Where is UGK from?
MGK?
Cleveland.
Yeah, MGK from Cleveland. Yeah.
What'd I say? What'd I say?
You said UGK.
I would say Texas.
You sound like an old man that doesn't get it.
Say Texas.
Everybody white, so everybody look the same, man.
Damn.
Eminem and
I'm glad we recorded that shit.
What was it? But no,
trying to ignore the background.
From the start of the career, Eminem had.
Make sure you delete that part out, TJ.
We'll see.
From the start of the career, Eminem, I would say, had the better build-up. But from from the contributions to the influences, from all the years, since they've been in the game, Lil Wayne's gonna have a better legacy as far as from new rappers to the ones that are already out. Like, he's contributed more. So in my opinion, I'm gonna say debatable. Because it's hard to really tell. I nigga over there cheesing.
Damn in the back.
They getting busy. What they doing?
Right. Hey, yo, make sure you record this shit, yo.
Yeah, record this. You gotta delete this part.
National Geographic.
They're wrestling. No, that's how they wrestle.
Yeah, no, they wrestling now.
What kind of fucking house you got going on over there, Rob?
Wrestling.
Hey, yo.
Yo.
This be early in the morning when I'm asleep, and this wakes me up, yo.
It's crazy because
this some afternoon delight right here.
It's crazy because Stella's the female. She's being mad aggressive with the male. She wants that dick.
Oh my gosh! No, it's because she's.
Yeah, this whole 3-minute block. We're gonna have to cut that. We're gonna have to. I mess around and get fired with y'all. I got the 80 in the background. Me telling everybody I hate everything. Everybody look the same. Animal porn.
No, it'll say your white boss calls you in.
Bohemian Grove, Jeff Epstein type of stuff.
So your white boss calls you in. So we all look the same, huh?
Yeah, look the same. Huh? And she a lady too. We all look the same, huh?
Oh, you better be careful with that one.
No, what was it? But no, like I said, I'm gonna just call it debatable, honestly, because they both had a similar startup, but it's hard to say whether or not M's gonna be remembered better for lyricism, but Lil Wayne's gonna be remembered, for the most for everything he's contributed plus the lyricism. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of hard to really tell. Like,
I say longevity, I would give it to Lil Wayne.
I think they both gonna remain. Too rough. I think they both gonna remain here. You get what I'm saying? You got the biggest thing with Eminem is yes, he's a white rapper, but he can mingle with the nitty gritty, the gritty hip hop guys. So when you have those two classes, when you have somebody who could that's the good thing about Drake. He can go do a song with Dave East and Griselda, and then go to the UK and do a song with the artists out there, and then go #1. Or he can do a Dreams and Nightmare, Dreams worth more than money, and then he can go do a Hotline Bling. He can come down and do a Life is Good with Future, you know what I mean? And then do another song.
With, he even did a song with a dude from Africa, Wizkid.
Yeah, exactly. I think what's the rapper from Africa?
Wizkid. It's Wizkid.
DeVito. Wizkid and DeVito. Yeah.
And DeVito. Yep.
Yeah. So yeah.
Saying. So it's just like that. It's just like he can pander to both crowds and be winning. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So those two, their longevity is just gonna. It's like debatable, like Rel said, because those two is kind of only thing Eminem win is the whole lyricism. Have you ever judging that? You know what I mean? Yep. Other than that, it's kind of both of them on a straight path because you get every time. It don't matter what Drake is the biggest artist right now, about to do a song with Lil Wayne, who's kind of irrelevant right now. You get what I'm saying? So it's just like he's forever going to be on there. You got Eminem who comes out. He only come out when the moon on the left side of the hemisphere. So every time the moon, but every time the moon on the left side of the hemisphere, he bringing everybody with him. You know what I mean? He bringing the Dr. Dre's, he bringing the 50 Cent, he bringing the hip hop, and then he bringing the pop culture. You know what I mean? So,
you know, so yeah, like, I mean, yeah, I'm judging this all up to a debatable. You know, so it's hard to tell.
I'm giving this to M.
You giving this to M?
Yeah.
So we got
M. I got debatable. What you got, Border Eye?
He gave it to Wayne.
I got debatable. What you got?
I said debatable. You know, so
everything can't be debatable. We can't start on the podcast being debatable. We got to put our foot down.
Did we talk about what they did in the community though?
I mean, we didn't. I mean, we were waiting on you to drop that. You know, we know that
you're the cerebral nigga that talks about the community.
My bad. I ain't get to
I mean,
I think I said this before. You can't. Me personally, you can't really judge. You know, because unless they say it, and both of them don't do interviews unless it's plastered everywhere. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Because I had to dig deep. Well, not dig deep.
That's what I'm saying. You had to go on this. You had to go on type operative just to get something, you know what I mean? Because they're not just going to say it unless 50 Cent or somebody go on television or interview and say, yo, I put $1 million in the park in New York. Right. They got to say that. And he did that. He did that in 2012. It's been 8 years later. He just told us that. You know what I mean? So it's like
they're not Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, right. It's like unless they're not a known philanthropist, and we know about the philanthropists, what they be doing. We know about what they be doing, so ain't really gonna know.
You know, so what was it? I'm gonna say, you know, I think the easiest way to do this one is to put a poll up on Facebook and let the community decide because these two are so legendary status. It's really hard to say exactly where they're going to go. I know this whole judgment differs from the last time we talked, but like when you really sit down and you think about, it's hard to tell because like they're both popular in their own means. You know what I'm saying?
In your means, yeah. It's like when you arguing with somebody and you know you're right, but you have the facts to back it up. But then once the argument over, you like, dang, man, I should have said this. And then you do more digging on it. And then you come to a recollection and be like, you know what? I think this is the best way to articulate what my debate is.
So we are going to put up a poll and we want you, the community, to tell us who you think won. Vote for either M, vote for Lil Wayne. And whoever you guys decide, we're going to move on to the next round of the tournament where they'll be facing either Dave East or YG. Personally, I think that's going to be a clearly one-sided battle, though. For whoever either M or Lil Wayne face, because those two guys, while they may be good, they're nowhere near their level. So, that one's probably going to be an easier win for whoever wins this one.
Mm-hmm.
So, what was it? Anything else anybody want to contribute to these two guys before we end this episode and move on with our lives?
No, that was about it. I just got to keep saying this. Eminem lost to MGK. That's what I'm going to end it on.
Damn it!
I got to end it on that. I got to.
We're just going to clear that one up as debatable too. That one's just going to rise to debate.
Whatever.
I mean, it's a clear win for M.
Like,
but
every time I get on here, my due diligence is to say that Machine Gun Kelly beat Eminem in a YouTube battle, because it wasn't a YouTube battle. YouTube battle. All right.
The last thing I want to say is nobody has ever since made a palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy, mom spaghetti verse like that. So I would say Eminem because of that.
Yeah. What was it? Yeah, that song was that was my war song right there. Like, lose yourself. Like, anytime, like, I just felt like going to the gym, or like I was about to get into a fight, lose yourself was in my ears, Like, I'm gonna fuck this shit up.
I listened to that before every match when I was in high school, bro. Every wrestling match before I was in high school.
Listen,
I would
know what it is?
With that John, That is the hype song of
I got it right
century,
here. I'm gonna say I got it. I'm gonna tell you why a lot of people in the hood pander to Lil Wayne more than Eminem. I'm gonna tell you why. When you walk outside, right? Mm-hmm. Your knees weak is not heavy over your mind. Wait, I ain't done yet. Wait, you don't think about killing your mom and doing pills.
Hell no.
You're thinking about getting out this situation, and then you got Lil Wayne. I got the 9 on me. I'm gonna shoot you. I'm gonna rob you, and I'm gonna sip this lean. I'm gonna smoke some weed, and then I'm gonna be with my gang. And then we're gonna sell mad drugs, and then we're gonna try to ride on my ops. When you walk outside, you see people selling drugs. You see people doing shootouts. You see people sipping lean. You see people pop. You can actually see it on the block.
It's relatable.
It's relatable. That's why me.
I don't know, man.
I'm always pander to Lil Wayne, because I don't know not single one person who would agree that Eminem is better than Lil Wayne from the hood. I'm telling you, I'm just. But that's just me being biased though, because I'm from the hood and Lil Wayne raps about the hood. Right. You know what I mean? Eminem from the hood, but he do it a little different. But that's me being biased. But when you break it down, how y'all breaking it down, it's debatable. But just me being biased.
I mean, what was it? You got
me being biased.
You got many different people, because white boys love the fuck out of Lil Wayne. Those are like the white boys coming from the suburbs. Coming from 2-parent households, front lawn mode. Like all that shit. Like, they love Lil Wayne, and there are some really grimy niggas out there who love him. So I guess it all depends.
All I gotta say is, when my mama made that spaghetti when I was a kid, my arms became weak and legs became heavy, because I would go to sleep from the itis, because that joint is good. You know what I mean? After 2 or 3, maybe 4 bowls, you out. Oh,
that's a great point.
I mean,
you ain't going nowhere.
That's a great point.
The best Eminem line I can relate to is when he said in The Way I Am, when he said, "I can't take a shit in the stall without somebody standing by it."
Yo, you good?
Like that was the only thing that was relatable in my life, honestly.
You got people standing by your stall when you're taking a shit?
So moving on, next episode we are going to be talking about Dave East and YG. 2 great rappers, in my opinion, but we'll decide that the next go round. So this is Free signing out. How do I log out? I was trying to make a dramatic exit.